Adventure game with no graphics to your kind of thing, which is loaded with graphics. First of all, of course, you were most well known for Pitfall, I guess, which was a video game cartridge type thing primarily. Do you think computer games are kind of going to go the way of video games, or is this a different animal that interest in them won't die?
Well, there are going to be several different classifications of games going forward, such as adventure games, there are strategy games, action games, arcade games. One of the most difficult aspects of the industry right now is categorizing games because everything crosses into other categories. Ghostbusters, as a computer game, is an action game, but unlike action games in the past, which took place on one screen, one pretty picture, there are so many different aspects to the game. In this game, you're starting a franchise with bank money and several different screens where you plot courses through the city streets, and you drive through the city streets, and once you get there, you have to catch the ghosts. If you miss, they can slime you. It's on and on and on.
Can we see and hear some of Ghostbusters?
Okay. Well, to begin with... The game begins with a screen which has no playability. It's a title page, and if you watch for a little bit, we'll find a little bouncing ball comes along the screen, and you can sing along with the game. If you don't feel like singing along, or if you don't have a crowd in your living room to yell Ghostbusters at the appropriate time, the machine will do that for you. Okay.
When you hit the space bar.
When you hit the space bar.
Now, I understand it took you as long to write this opening frame as it did the rest of the game. Is that true?
No, that's not really true. It's something that I wanted to have in the game, and I didn't do it until the last week, actually, of the project, because it's more important to me that the game plays correctly and that all the details are in it. But something like this is an added feature that I like to provide to the consumer.
Nice attraction.
Now, David, let me ask you, computer games have been very innovative in the Zork-type things and Pitfall. Computer games have kind of led the way. Does it concern you that we're now kind of repackaging movies? I mean, has the game business now gotten to the movie business and the pop music business?
Not in my opinion. It's been attempted many times before to make games out of movies and any kind of merchandising you can name. In fact, this game began before the movie Ghostbusters as a game of, in a very similar fashion of driving through the city streets, doing something once you get to the building, etc. But it was a game which was looking for a theme at the time. And when Activision and Columbia Pictures got together, I saw this as an opportunity to lend a theme to a game. But it's a game that people have told me they would enjoy playing whether there was a Ghostbusters name on it or not. Right, so
you're just kind of attracted because of the connection. Can we go a little bit further with it and see what...
You want to play this, I can tell.
See what this,
okay.
Screen.
So what are we doing?
Well, I have just told it that I don't have an account number. If I had an account number, I could start with the same amount of money I ended the game with last time, which is a nice feature, allows you to build upon your account. But once I have bought my Ghostbusters franchise with bank money, I'm going to have some equipment to work with. So I buy a car and begin to equip it with my little forklift.
This comes out of your capital.
Okay. Buy a little ghost bait, you know, a ghost vacuum. These are basically
useful
comic items because the game was a comedy. But you do have to have this equipment to play the game. Now, once I have a fully equipped car, I look at the city map screen. I have Ghostbusters headquarters right below me and the Temple of Zool in the middle of the screen. But I see a flashing block which says there's a ghost to catch. Right? We've got a job to do here. Now, I'm able to drive...
Custom-made movie, right?
This is great.
I'm able to drive through the city streets. This will come in handy later as I suck up roaming ghosts in my ghost vacuum. But here's my Slimer. So I must set down a trap, take one man and point his streamer, another man here. When the ghost is between the streams, I'll catch him.
You got him.
Got him, okay. Energize the trap. My men jump up and down for joy and the crowd yells.
Okay, that's great. We have just a little bit of time left. David Lebling, briefly, what do you see as the next challenge in adventure games on that end?
I think the
Maybe
next...
you can turn the sound down, Dave.
I think the next challenge is probably more sophistication. Moving away from the straight puzzle solving, you know, you have to get this there, or you have to do that, and into something that is a little more sophisticated, something that can do a real plot of a real novel. What we have now is sort of a short story kind of a form, and more sophistication will come as we have more sophisticated parsers and programs to do it with.
Well, I'm looking forward to more adventure games and certainly playing Ghostbusters. Now, computer games, and I guess adventure games in particular, are not only a computer phenomenon, they're almost a social phenomenon. Our commentator, Paul Schindler, has some thoughts on that.